Hello everybody and welcome to another video of Immortal Engines. I apologize to all of my subscribers that haven't seen a video of me lately. I've just been really busy, and if you're watching this for the first time and you're not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification icon so that you can be notified of every time I upload a video. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. Yesterday, I was contacted by a gentleman and he offered me to give me that little generator and this one. I'm going to make a video on that one maybe later. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But this one has a very interesting problem that I'm sure if you're watching this video is exactly what your problem is. So let's get right to it. The issue is it's been sitting for a while. Actually, this one looks fairly new. You know, I know a generator when it's new when I see it, and the compression excellent. Look at the box in there, has no dust. The air filter is in pristine condition. But anyway, so the issue with this generator is that it's been sitting with gasoline inside for a while, and the tank, hold on, let me get a flashlight. Tank is the rustiest thing I've ever seen in my life. Well, not the rustiest, I've seen worse. But today I'm going to show you how to fix that. So first of all, I received this generator, and before I go ahead and buy what I need to buy to fix that tank, I need to make sure it runs. So what I did is I have one of this RC car hobby bottles, and I connected a hose to it, and I ran the hose to the carburetor. Yes, poorly, it's leaking everywhere, and my hose is too small for that carburetor for some reason. But anyway, before I go and invest any money in it, I want to see if it runs, and it does. Let's see if I can get it. Let's see if I can get it started here without blowing myself up. Well, that's on. Hopefully I pull this and it doesn't fall on the ground. So what we determined there is that the generator does run. Actually runs pretty good. It does need a carb cleanup because the choke doesn't let me pull the choke all the way out, you know, doesn't let me open the choke all the way. So it's definitely gonna need a carburetor rebuild. But the fact that it runs and it makes power makes it worth it to fix this tank. So maybe you're wondering, well, why don't you just go and buy a new tank? Well, first of all, they're difficult to source. It's difficult to find this exact tank. Some of these companies just make these generators by the thousands and slap your name on it. So I can put Immortal engine generator on it as long as I have the money to buy 1,000 of them and ship them to the United States. So yeah, those companies don't really sell parts. Parts are very difficult to find, and tanks are always tailored to the frame. They don't seem to have a standard tank for these things, which is really annoying. Maybe you can find one on eBay, but I think we can get this thing fixed for, I think, around 15 to 25 bucks. And I'm gonna head to the store right now, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Here we go, guys. We're pulling into good old O'Reilly's. Ah, that guy took the spot I wanted. Oh, there's another one. There you go, guys. This is exactly what we need. It's called Evaporust, and basically you can dip tools in this, keys, I don't know what that is, cookware, auto hardware. You can throw this in the tank and you follow the instructions and it gets rid of the rust. So let's go home and try it out. Okay, everybody, we're back at the shop. We have our bottle of Evaporust. And reading the instructions back here, it says small gas tank derusting. Completely fill the tank with Evaporust. Allow to sit for 2 to 4 hours. Drain completely and rinse well with water. Air dry and fill with gasoline immediately to eliminate flash rust. So that's what we're gonna do. First things first, I wanna get this tank out of here. It's always a 10 millimeter. First, we're gonna get this tank off, and I was just gonna do the usual, the on all four corners, and it's gone. However, someone decided to put nuts on the underside of this thing just to make it a little bit more difficult to fix. So I'm not gonna record that. I'm just gonna pull the tank out and show you guys when I put that thing in. So we got our tank off, or evaporust. Now we're gonna put this in there. All right, everybody. So we have a very rusty tank, and we have evaporust, and we're gonna fix that. So we're gonna grab some of this stuff, and oof, I'm gonna spill everywhere. Oh, look at that! Not that bad. I'm gonna put about that much of it in there. One thing I read that it's on the other part of the instructions. I just read the instructions for the tank, but one thing I read is that it's good to have this be at above 65 degrees and above. Anything colder than that, it looks like the evaporust doesn't work as well. So that's why I took the tank off, and being that it's black, it's really gonna love that sunlight, and it's gonna get nice and hot in there. However, at night it's not gonna do very much when it drops to like 10 degrees tonight. But we're gonna let it sit here, and I like to come every half an hour and give it a good shake so I can get most of that stuff moving around and starting to loosen up already. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give it a shake, and I'm gonna let it sit. We'll be back when this thing is done. Right, so while I wait for the tank to derust, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this carburetor and give it a clean, so that when the tank is ready, I can put some gas in it, and hopefully everything should run smooth from there. Let's rebuild the carb. Okay, everybody, so we're back at the tank. It's been about 3 days since I put that stuff in there, and to be honest with you, it didn't totally work at first because I noticed that the gasoline dried out and left a layer of just bad gas about that thick, almost 1/4 of an inch thick on the whole bottom of the tank. So what I did is I poured it out, and I put some gasoline, some really fresh gasoline that I bought that day, and then shook it around throughout the whole day while I left the can at the sun. It is not that hot around here. It's about 55 degrees, so I just needed to be a little bit warm, so it loosened stuff up. And I flushed the gas 2 times, and the last stuff that's in there is that evaporust, and look at the results. I don't know if you can see. There you go. That's a clean tank. Now, it's not 100% clean, like there is a little bit of specks of rust here and there, but I believe that that is good enough. I'm gonna flush that out one last time. I'm gonna clean the tank up one last time with a little bit of water, and then I'm gonna fill it with gas right away. I'm gonna install it in the generator, and that should be it. So let's get that flushed and installed into the generator, because there is somebody that's coming in about 35 minutes, and I need to have this thing ready to go. Let's go ahead and get it done. Whew. Okay guys, that was a little bit more difficult than I ever expected it to be. But there it is. The valve is back on and everything is in there. I had a problem where this valve, I checked it to see if there is flow. I always do that and it always has flow, but I don't give up and I always check everything, and it turned out that it was clogged and it was a pain in the butt to unclog this thing. The technique that I use, I guess I could say I developed myself. I boiled a pot of hot water and I tossed that in there and I let it sit for 5 minutes. It was like really hot to the touch. Then I grabbed it with some pliers, connected compressed air to this inlet, made sure the valve was open, and then it went psh, and it just spit out whatever was blocking it. But it took a lot of PSI to actually get it to flow. So the tank is clean. There's fresh gas in there. This is connected, and it's not leaking. I did clean the carburetor. I changed the oil today, and after 3 days, I think this guy is ready to go. So my neighbors are gonna kill me for this because it's like 10 p.m. I'm gonna start it real quick for you guys, probably like a 15-second run, show you how it runs. Okay, that is really freaking loud. But anyway, that was really short. I hope it didn't bother anyone. So I'm gonna push it down here in my storage spot where I have all the generators. I have another one back there that I just finished, and that one's coming up, the little red one back there. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you for stopping at Immortal Engines, watching these silly videos of me fixing generators. But you already know, if you flip enough generators, you can end with one of those beauties, or whatever you want. Maybe you can buy your dream bike. Maybe you can buy your dream car or truck or an RV. If you do this for a year, you'd be surprised at how much money you can make. So thank you for stopping at Immortal Engines, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment. I am trying to reach a certain amount of subscribers so I can maybe start making money out of this channel. You know, so far I've been doing it for free, and I really hope these videos are helping you guys out. If you have a problem with a generator, just send me a message or comment in any of the videos, and I'll do my best to help you out. Thank you for stopping at Immortal Engines. See you on the next one.